hey, you have 10 seconds to get away from here and go to the reaction before I present my theory. That's been about 10 seconds, right? This could be wrong. This could be wrong, obviously. It was just something I had in my head. It's like, oh, wouldn't this be cool? Huck is Elizabeth's daughter. Dun, dun, dun. Now, if this episode has disproven that, then so be it. But here's the evidence I have. 1, Elizabeth mentioned having a daughter for no real reason. It was sort of a reason, but she did mention that her daughter is away from her a lot and that she's working for whatever the thing she works for is. So I think she's undercover, and where better to be undercover than right here. Second piece of evidence is that when they destroyed the campus colony, the dude was like, we couldn't find her anywhere. Her. Not he wasn't talking about Iris or Hope. He was talking about Huck. That's what I think. And she was like, good. Good, my daughter didn't get wiped out in this, extermination. That's my theory. I did rewatch episode 1 where they met. No real hints there that they, have a relationship. So I could be completely off base. And plus you're thinking, hey, but Elizabeth clearly has an English accent. Huck clearly has that weird accent where you're not quite sure where she's from. What's with that? So, until proven otherwise, that's my going theory. So watch out for that. If we don't get a Huck flashback, or we do, but it's kind of weird and vague, and you're kind of, I'll be keeping an eye on it. Second theory, the show's about to get really good. What am I basing that off? No evidence whatsoever. It could get really good. You don't know. Now that Felix and Huck are along for the ride, we've got 6 people. It's got more opportunities for inter-squabbles and inter-friendships. We're still heading towards New York. Fresh challenges. Maybe Iris won't be the first person out there trying to kill walkers. She took on 1 in episode 2, 2 in episode 3. 3 walkers this time, Iris. You can do it. I have faith in you, just like Hope has faith in you. Tiger, tiger, burning bright. I swear to God, if they quote a freaking poem at me in this episode, I'm going to lose my shit. One of those earnest monologue poems during... I'll let it go. So yeah, let's just get into it. What am I expecting this episode? Well, we had half a Silas flashback last episode. Maybe we'll get something with Alton. They still have to deal with his mother, that situation. Sort of hoping for a Huck flashback to see, if there's anything there or not to latch on to. We sort of seen Iris and Hope's, backstory. I guess Elton is the next logical person to go to. We'll see. Let's watch it.
That the Civic Republic's research facility is somewhere in New York State.
But we don't know where exactly.
Easy. Such a small place.
This should still lead to the interstate.
Yeah, well, bad news, we're almost out of supplies.
Iris is still leading the way.
So.
It's cool. We'll figure it out.
How come he's smiling?
Silas is optimistic this episode. It's because Iris has been giving him some action, probably.
Regardless, their high resource output would indicate they have a large population, so...
200,000.
It'd be smart to stay hidden, even if it makes others question their motives.
You a sympathizer, Alton?
Well, they took our dad, so...
Oh, anything.
Didn't take him. We kind of traded him. Yeah, at this rate, it'll take a few years to get there. Just rambling through the forest.
Any idea why Corduroy decided to play tag along? Convince him to change his mind.
Ooh, if we can convince Elton, we can convince everybody. That's not good. You have to convince Iris. It's the only person you gotta convince. What are we looking at? What do we find?
It's worth checking out, right?
Ooh, look at it. It's so inviting.
Let's go.
There's no walkers in here whatsoever.
place like this.
Oh, it's a high school.
From the world, maybe we find some supplies, something to eat if we're lucky.
Why are you running up? Just walk. You've been walking slowly through the forest.
Never been inside
You suddenly get to steps and you're like, whoa, let's run up. Their title is so understated, it's impossible for me to copy. Anybody notice a weird filter over this flashback? The past was so diverse, wasn't it? That's just her imagining, I think.
You okay?
Yeah, just smashing stuff, you know.
We can use these to collect some rain.
This place is huge.
Ah, smart.
Priorities are food, clothes for hope, and anything we can use to collect water. Well,
Did they say clothes for hope?
yeah.
We can cover more ground if we split up.
Oh!
What?
How about 2x2?
Elton, you're with me on water duty. Let's go.
I was just hoping we could talk or whatever, but
Oh, about our
we can
mother?
talk later.
I've forgotten that already. Hope. Always going on about the past.
Copy.
Okay, 2x2.
Hey. You
Everything's
keep your eyes
fine.
open. All right, weapons drawn. Be careful.
Be careful.
I heard that.
Looks like it's me and you, kid.
Yay! My two favorites.
Uh,
But it should be a weight off Hope's shoulders just to have said all that in the last episode.
People actually wore these?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever
Wait.
seen anybody wear anything like that.
Did you? Oh my god, stop. I'm so embarrassed for you right now.
You think it's too late to reinvent myself? Well, check it out. The
Hope could wear
options
anything.
are-
You gonna be straight with me or what?
Once you're straight with me about where Cool Huck went.
What are you hiding, Huck?
Principal Collenbach's office?
Flashback.
Ring any bells?
So, you want to tell me what's going on with you?
They weren't
Everything.
just stink bombs. They were time-release stink bombs. It
Ooh,
took 2 weeks
inventive.
to perfect.
Aren't you proud of me, Dad?
Never mind. Picking a dud like me, you probably kick yourself some days.
Picking.
At least you did good with Iris.
Okay, so she's adopted.
I love you unconditionally. I just hate that you don't see yourself the way I do.
Shut up, Dad.
Stink
He
bombs.
seems like a good dad.
Ammonium sulfide?
Ooh.
Please. Try 60% propylene glycol and 20% thioglycolic acid.
That's my girl.
It's not bad.
There we go. Bit of bonding. Okay, good. They're both adopted. That makes sense.
Where'd you learn to do that?
Well, he's learning right now.
Not in high school.
Okay, so far so good. There's been no random empties anywhere. No jump scares.
Bottles, beakers, anything that seals.
Roger that.
What do you mean, Roger that, Elton? Is that a common phrase you understand? No, science fair. He'll be all over this. Yep.
Science is like your thing, huh?
You know what?
Pretty much my raison
You know
d'etre.
a good place for science? Back at the campus colony.
Bunch of research going on back home, right?
There is, but this is much better. It's visceral.
You barely knew him before.
Yeah,
I like the way
I
I
know
like
everything from their morning breath to their bathroom habits.
this. Creepy.
Monument.
Overall, this has been hugely successful,
I
and
wasn't here before.
here's a trail of blood. What? It wasn't here before? Okay. Weapons out.
Iris, you copy?
The walkies don't work. What are they? This crawling one? Uh-oh. What the hell was that? This is like an old school horror movie now. Just dragging it back?
Looks like a party.
Hmm. Oh, Sadie Hawkins dance. Oh, okay. You know the drill.
Sadie Hawkins.
Must have gone to school here.
She must be a student. Keep it.
Probably.
You can carry it
not
for me,
useful, huh?
Samus.
Says who?
He's the one carrying things, so he gets to say all those putting it in her back. Have I gone crazy, or is this episode kind of sweet? Could you do it quieter, Silas?
I think it's stuck for good.
It's good.
Never talk about your parents. And what was your dad like? Ever right?
Tell me about your mother.
It's always complicated shit with dads, you know? Have a funny way of showing you give a shit sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Hope has experience.
Yeah. Good people would tell you where they're taking you.
Train more people in things we'll all need to know. That's the way forward, Hope. It's the only way.
Hope could deal with her father's attitude sometimes.
I'll be better.
Oh, this isn't anything to do
I'll
with you.
stop being a screw up.
You are not a screw up.
Of course I am.
You're frustrated.
He
It's
loves you.
not your fault why you're frustrated.
What do you mean?
I've been meaning to talk to you for a while about a lot of things. I just...
Oh, what's this?
We will.
A mystery?
Get back. It's big stuff, but it's not bad stuff.
You've made a communications device.
See? I can be bad too. I love you. More than you'll ever know.
Elton, your best bet is to stay close to him.
Can I be honest about something?
I'm behind him.
Maybe we draw it out.
Just stay behind me.
Well, he's doing the banging anyway. Okay, there's one in there. But that's not the scary one. Is it locked in there? Ooh, flashback.
I'm just claustrophobic, so I'd rather not think about it.
We'll just leave it in there.
We should keep moving. But you're not ready for this.
This is where
None of
he
you are.
properly tries to...
Hell, I don't
convince
even
him.
know if I am. I can't lose anyone else. That's exactly why I need your help convincing the others just to turn around.
What do you think, Elton?
Just think about it.
Maybe Elton will save the day and he'll be like, no, let's keep going, now that I'm a trained killer. Oh, what the what is... Ooh, okay.
Didn't Empty do this?
No.
Is it a person?
Look.
Feeding off empties?
Okay, we need to get the hell out of here.
Maybe it's Sabina James. This is the second time we've seen her. Have you found Sadie Hawkins yet? Oh, these two flirting again?
You think they knew how good they had it here?
Hey, you don't know high school, Iris.
Didn't you have all those things back at the university?
Yeah, she was president.
I just wish I knew then what I know now.
Which is...
Maybe I wouldn't have put so much pressure on myself to try and make up for everything.
Make up for what?
Stuff.
Oh, vague. We'll save that for another episode.
But I definitely would have gone to more dances.
Oh, is she gonna start dancing by herself here? Come on, Silas. Let's go.
Have fun.
Let's do the twist.
You're different now. Leading us.
You're even leading
You're
Felix and
different.
Hook.
You promised me you'd play me a song once it was safe.
Oh,
Come
does
on.
he have music?
Please.
Lionel Richie? What is it?
Oh.
Justin
I
Bieber?
didn't realize, I just didn't beg you for...
It's classical music.
It was my grandma's favorite.
I like it.
I like this royalty-free music. That's what Iris is thinking.
Me.
It's a wolf. Is it the wolf that's been doing all this? Like maybe there's a pack of them?
When I was 4, my grandma took me to a ballroom dance class.
Do you remember us being
It was
4?
not
Really?
so glamorous.
So you do know how to dance?
Oh, here we go.
Come on.
Here we
Show
go.
me.
You can do the moonwalk.
That's big.
As long as you're still hyper aware of everything that's going on, this is sweet. Oh, the music swells. I hope it's not interrupted by like a wolf or something. Just let it play out. Ooh. Hey, doggy.
Posted in the doorway like a standing guard.
Defending its young.
If I'm
Yeah,
right,
that would
you
make
know,
sense.
you can go slow.
We're just gonna go over here, Wolf. Just don't mind us. We're just gonna pass by. No threat. We good. We good. Don't make eye contact. Silas and Iris are busy. Who knows what they're doing now? Oh, there you are.
Found him.
But you can't open this door, right?
Hey,
There's a back way. Leads to the basement.
there's something else roaming these hallways. And I don't think it's friendly.
Could you be more specific? No, he's gone.
Before my dad left, he told me that it wasn't my fault that I was so frustrated.
What does that even mean?
Maybe he was trying to protect me like that wolf.
Protect you from what?
Learning
I don't
something about your past?
Something. When I find him, I'll ask him.
This is a good find. Throw out all the painting stuff, Iris. We're filling up on food. Hey, dude. What you doing?
You got this.
Quick and easy. Iris probably would have fallen on it or something. Ooh. Hey, dude. You want to come in for a dance? Just run around it, will ya? Now he can dance on his own. He just wanted to go in to dance. That's all. Why are we in a really... Oh, they're in the basement. Okay, there's an empty... Oh! Oh, it's breaking through.
Silas?
Silas, almost time to start swinging that wrench.
It's coming.
Come on, Silas. Oh, we did it. Good job. Now this one. Unleash your true strength.
Fresh start.
I believe they let him in here.
True strength coming. Here we go. Just gonna start wailing on him. The empty's like, I give up, dude. Good job, Silas.
I'm sorry.
We should have talked. We would have been there for each other. That's what we both missed out on.
So, have you considered what I was asking you about? Do you want to convince the others to go back?
If you did have a plan to turn around,
Omaha.
how would that even work?
We go north, and then we
could really use your help on this one. You in?
do it, Elton. I want to see 3 versus 3, but they really should have targeted Iris, because without her, nothing changes.
But you saved us. Twice now.
Yeah.
Hey,
In the last episode, he's holding up all the tires.
Let's get you cleaned up.
Ooh, it's her hair managed to stay super colorful. Let's go, peeps.
Wait, just hold on. Excuse me?
Oh, picture,
What?
group
Don't you
photograph.
forget your smile.
No, that's it. That was an episode set in school. It was a very slow, very kind of reflective episode, and nobody really made any really egregiously stupid mistakes or weird choices. Everybody was kind of pretty okay in this episode. So that gives me a bit of hope for the future, that I won't be constantly thinking, why aren't you doing this? Why are you doing that? What crazy shit are you getting up to, Iris? Why are you taking on these 3 walkers on your own? Good ideas, searching the place for food and water, getting containers to hold water, finding the stash. When you see that lone empty blocking one of your exits, you just kind of chill for a bit. You're not going gung-ho. You only decide to take it on when you have no other choice, when there's a wolf like banging at the vent. You're like, okay, we gotta go out. And even then, they just lure it in and then run around it. Really good. It was also an episode about Huck and Felix trying to convince Hope and Elton to turn around, to convince the others to go back. But as I said during the episode, Iris is the one. Even if all 5 of them wanted to go home, if Iris is dead set on going to New York, that's where they're going, because she's just so... Her will leads the way. I don't know how you would convince her to go back. Maybe talk about how Hope could die, or, kind of manipulate her that way. But look, we all know that they're not going to change their minds at all. And otherwise, what would be the point of the show? They leave, they do a little circle, they come back, they realize everything's a lie and in ruins. Well, maybe they would turn again and go to New York because there's nowhere else to go. Or maybe they just live in Omaha. I don't know. Some sweet, tender moments between Iris and Silas. The dance. And there was I wouldn't even call it a B story. It was more like a C, D, E, F story with Iris and this one girl that she, spotted in the yearbook or whatever, and then found her corpse at the end. Little joke about Sadie Hawkins. Maybe she was a student. Yeah. Huck, a little bit of Huck backstory, talking about her father. I'm more interested in who Huck's mother is, but maybe we're going to have to wait for that for a few episodes. I thought at the start we were going to get more Elton stuff, but only that he's claustrophobic. It's a nice little thing to drop in. Maybe in future that will become a thing if they're like in a cave system or he's feeling trapped. They've already signaled that he's bad in tight spaces because of what he went through as a child. We also expanded more on Silas's backstory this episode that built on what we learned last episode. So all in all, even though nothing really of consequence happened, you could probably classify it as a boring episode. It was okay. It was maybe the least entertaining but best written episode so far. And everybody handled themselves pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. Yeah, I liked it. Ironically, it probably made for a worse reaction because I had nothing to bounce off. I couldn't call out people on their dumbass decisions. So, yeah. Good episode. Looking forward to next week. I presume we'll be back on the road again. Maybe we'll see more of Elizabeth. And we got to see their father as well, which was nice. Got to see his interaction, and we found out that Hope and Iris are adopted, both of them, as far as I can tell. So yeah. Tune back in next week for episode 5, and we'll see if the show goes back to crazy hijinks, or if it continues to get character building, or if we have any more, threats. The wolves in this episode were nice. I think it was just one wolf protecting their cubs. The dragging the empty, that was creepy. I was like, holy shit, what is it, a specter? Some sort of ogre? What is it? But it was only a wolf. And it let them pass when they didn't cause a threat, which was nice. Yeah. See you next week.